Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the campus of Providence State School for our broadcast on PDSN this evening of the varsity girls lacrosse game between the Providence State Chargers and the Charlotte Hawks here at Overcash Stadium and Mozak Field. The game time has been pushed back because the JV game took a little later, so we probably will be introducing lineups momentarily. Before we do that, just a quick reminder, this is a rematch of last year's state final, won handily by the Hawks by a score of 18-3. Hawks have Evie McMahon, the returning conference player of the year, along with 4 other college commits, which we'll talk about later. Chargers have 1 college commit, Marlo Stewart, and another Lucy Dyer, who has not committed, will play in college, has not committed to a particular school yet. So this is Ted Dixon on the mic. We have Melissa Dixon on production and
Charlie Hitt.
All right, Charlie. And we will be doing the lacrosse game, taking a quick break, and then doing the soccer game right afterwards. All right, the music is stopped. Hopefully you can't hear the announcer over us. All right, we will begin with the Hawks starting lineup. Hawks come into the game with a 4-0 record, 54 goals scored, 39 goals allowed. Starting in goal, Elle Collier, who is going to be going to Rollins next year. Number 3, Evie McMahon. Number 8, Arden Henry. Number 10, Reese Morgan. Number 11, Allison Archibald. Number 14, Lydia McNichols. Number 15, Addie Barlow. Number 16, Neely Hume. Number 18, Nora White. Number 21, Kate Livingston. Sophomore attacker, number 24, Caroline Ice. And senior defender, Natalie Massardo, number 26. Hawks are coached by Bridget Alberts. By Nikki Williams, assisted by Bridget Alberts and Patty Hunter. While I do the next lineup, see if you can count out a number of seniors starting for both teams, because I think Latin's going to have a lot more than we are. We have a hype video playing on our fancy video scoreboard. As soon as that's done, we will be introducing the Chargers.
And now the starting line for your Providence State Chargers.
Starting in goal, number 14, Bridget Brewster. Campbell Stewart, number 2, on attack. Libby Barron, number 3, on attack. Lucy Dyer, number 5, midfield. Midfield, number 7, Marlo Stewart. Number 8, Charlie Thompson, on attack. Number 10, Bailey Key, on defense. Midfield, number 12, Jane Updike. On defense, number 13, Campbell Carter. On defense, number 15, Elizabeth Ciccoletti. On defense, number 20, Rebecca James. And on attack, number 26, Caroline Swinson. Chargers are coached by Nicole Donahue, assisted by Meg Falloon, whose husband was the JV coach. All right, we'll be quiet through the national anthem, and then we will come back to our question about number of seniors. All right, we are ready for the face-off here. As we said, Lattin's coming to the game with a record of 4-0, 54 goals scored, 39 given up. The Chargers have a record of 3-3, 16 goals scored, 18 allowed. What was the answer to the seniors question, Charlie?
So Providence Day has 0 seniors starting compared to 7 for Charlotte Lattin. So, like you said, a lot more for Charlotte Lattin than Providence Day. That's a sign of things to come for the Chargers.
Yeah, the Latin Hawks are experienced and defending state champs. That's tough to beat. Waiting on the referee's whistle to get things going here as the soccer team arrives in the background. Charlotte Latin soccer team, you can see them coming in. I like the light blue trim on their jerseys this year. Hopefully the soccer numbers are as big as the lacrosse numbers. Looks like they might be.
I'm with you on that one.
We do have our binoculars for trying to figure out what's going on if needed, but hopefully we can tell. Looks like Lucy Dyer is going to be doing the face-off for the Chargers. And she's going to be facing off against Arden Henry, who's committed to play at Cal Berkeley. Excuse me. It is a warm day out here and a blustery day. I'm not sure if the wind will play a big factor in this game, but it might in the soccer game to follow. All right, ball is up in the air. Arden Henry's able to grab it one-handed. Chargers trying to attack. Henry's started to charge the goal. Good recovery by the Chargers to shut her down. It was Caroline Ice who was operating behind the goal. Directed back to her by the Hawks. Looks like they're trying to set up some off the picks. Ice comes around from behind the goal, shoots low and wide, and that'll be Chargers ball. Is that Chicoletti that got the possession there? No, that was Rebecca James, I think. Nice move. Continuing across midfield. James still has it. James still has space. James with her head up.
Nice job there by Rebecca James. She did that all by herself. Took it from one end of the field all the way to the other.
Yeah, but now hustles back to switch so she can rest a little bit and put another attacker inside the restraining line. Swinson's got it up top. Chargers working around. Charlie Thompson. Hawks are in I'm trying to figure out if this is man. It's man-to-man. The Hawks are playing man-to-man here. Lucy Dyer has it far side. Dyer trying to work on her defender. Goes back and forth, right, left, right, left. Tries to go inside, tries to get a shot off. And that's a turnover. Hawks ball. It's up to Evie McMahon. She's the defending player of the year. It's going to be a stick to the head, so McMahon will get a chance to restart it. Ice has it behind the net again. That's over to Lady McNichols. Nichols working on the Chargers defense. Tries to go in the middle with the pass to the cutter.
It was a very sloppy pass.
Picked up by Marlo Stewart. Stewart could go end to end here. Defense is trying to cut her off. She slows down a little bit. Be interesting to see if that's intentional for the Chargers to slow it down a little bit. Don't want too fast-paced a game. Barron goes up top to Campbell Stewart. It's uptake, working on her person. She goes, splits the defenders. Falls to the ground, no call. And that goes back to the goalie. El Collier, who's committed to be playing at Rollins. Becca James trying to shut down Lady McNichols. We'll get these numbers memorized at some point here. Chargers pressure out. Behind the goal to ice. Up top looking inside, quick pivot, and then nice pass, and that's going to be, what's the call there?
I can't tell what happened on that one. That looked like a pretty clean play on both sides.
I think they were calling an illegal check,
okay.
And so that should be, let's see, a shot and a save, another shot and a goal, and I think that was number 11, right?
Allison Archibald, it looked like.
And that would be unassisted at 8:10. Charlie, we're learning the lacrosse rules, but we don't always understand every whistle.
Yeah. Well, that was a really nice job by Archibald. Kept her eyes on the ball. She missed the first shot on a good save by Bridget Brewster, but then scooped it right off the ground and put it back in for another easy one.
Yeah, we're not trying to track ground balls, but getting a ground ball, it's like rebounding your own missed shot in basketball.
Exactly.
You get both stats padded.
True.
Right, same two out here for the second face-off of the game. Goes to Reese Morgan. Reese Morgan's going to be playing at Temple in college. She dishes over to Addie Barlow. I think that's Caroline Ice again behind the net. Yep, Ice likes to operate from behind the net here, distributing. Looking for cutters. She goes up top to Barlow. And then that was Reese Morgan, back to Barlow, back to Ice. Good rotation by the Chargers defense. Back up top. Ball's lost.
Good defense.
Good ground ball by Campbell Carter. Still has it.
Oh, she lost
Slips
it.
out of her stick. That was quick. It was essentially a play on foul on the Chargers, and Latin was able to just keep going. Caroline S. has it. Good recovery by the Chargers defense there. But wide open person inside. Campbell Carter's after it again. Nice defense again.
Well, it seems like every time Latin gets the ball inside, there's at least one set of eyes on the offensive player, which, there should be. But for the majority of the time, there's been multiple set of eyes on the ball, which has really helped the Chargers defense so far.
That was good pressure by the Hawks, and Bridget Brewster passed the ball out of bounds. Referee stopped the clock because the ball was going pretty far out of bounds. The girls' lacrosse field is both wider and longer than the boys' lacrosse field, so us keeping track of the lines is difficult. We're playing the red lines, but that's over to Morgan. Morgan has it up top. Pressure, nice defense by Lucy Dyer getting in on that pass. Ball still on the ground. Picked up by Arden Henry. Lost it under pressure there. Pass inside to Caroline Ice. Ice is triple teamed. Good defense. Good collapse by the Chargers, especially Bailey Key. And then Latin throws the ball out of bounds behind. Since that's not a shot, it's a turnover and Chargers ball. I think that might be Campbell Carter who went to get it. What happened? Did she throw it away? I missed that.
She threw it right into her net.
So that was a takeaway by Evie McMahon, defending player of the year. 6:02 of the first. That's 2 unassisted goals by Latin. It puts them up 2-0. Yeah, so she tried to clear it and just went right into McMahon's stick. Got a substitution here on defense for the Chargers. I think Barlow Stewart's in for the face-off this time. I believe that's not Lucy Dyer this time, but I can't see.
I think that is Marlowe in there.
Actually,
This is Lucy.
Yep. Marlowe's got a little more size. Nice attempted pass into the cutter, Jane Updike. She picks it up. Up top to Marlo Stewart. Chargers work it around. Emery, Thompson, Swinson, Barron. Cutter right there to Seward. Good effort. Got the pass. Another pass inside. Swinson's trying to pick it up. Ball's on the ground. Swinson's still trying to pick it up. Fighting for the ball. And it's going to be a stick check by the Chargers. So, Latin ball. And Ellie Collier will set it up. She reverses over the side but throws too high. So we've had a turnover each time with each goalie causing a turnover. They are wanting to change out the ball. They don't like that ball. Is that what it is? Okay.
I think so.
Didn't like that ball. Campbell Stewart's got it. Up front to Alex Emery. Nobody's on Emery.
She's got an open lane here.
Hawks recovered pretty quickly, though. Emery goes behind the goal. Up front to Swimson. Over to Updike. I feel like I'm broadcasting women's basketball. Updike, they're going to call an illegal pick on Swinson there.
Definitely basketball. Illegal screen there on Caroline Swinson.
Yeah, it's setting Jane Updike up. So, yep. All right, that's cleared out by Natalie Massardo. Dished over this side. Ice was open, but Chargers rotated really quickly.
Yeah, you see how every time Ice gets the ball,
yeah, that's a nice pass. Nice pass from to Evie McMahon. That's her second goal, putting the Hawks up 3-0, and that's an assist for Ice. Yeah, the Chargers are rotating well on her, but they got to track the cutters. They generally have been doing a good job in the cutters. That time, I think they lost McMahon. Can't lose McMahon.
For sure.
That she just made a good cut.
Well, I was just about to compliment the Chargers on how every time Ice gets the ball down low behind the goal, there's a couple players ready with their sticks up waiting for her. But that time, Ice, she read the field and found McMahon wide open right in front of the goal.
Arden Henry's got a long reach on those faceoffs. Dishes over to Addie Barlow. Barlow goes behind Ice. I think that's defensive 3 seconds there. McMahon wide open here. This is dangerous. And she scores. So McMahon with her third goal and second in about 30 seconds. And Chargers call timeout. So it's 4-0 Hawks. 3:33 left in the first quarter. And Coach Donahue's trying to get some get the team together to try to probably to talk about defense here, I would guess. I think what's happening, my read there is that we're getting some defensive 3 seconds calls because we're feeling under pressure. All right, as we said at the beginning of the game, in case you missed the beginning of the broadcast, this is a rematch of last year's state final. The Latin won 18-3. Latin's off to a 4-0 start. Chargers are 3-3. Latin's given up a lot of goals, 39, but that probably means they've played against some good defense. They've scored 54 goals going into this game. So, quick math on that. They're averaging 13.5 goals a game.
Sounds about right.
I can do 52 because of cards, so when you add 54, it makes it easier.
Makes sense. Put a couple jokers in there.
Yep.
But yeah, and I think being 4-0, having allowed 39 goals in total through those 4 games, almost 10 goals a game, I think that, that speaks volumes to the offense of Charlotte Latin. They're able to allow nearly 10 goals a game, and still start the season winning their first 4 games. It's
Yep.
impressive.
Campbell Stewart and Elizabeth Ciccoletti and Bailey Key and who's the other defender getting together? Oh, and Rebecca James were getting together and talking with Bridget Brewster on their way out to the field. Okay, Chargers have a new face-off person. This time they're going for height. I think that's Updike, right?
Jane, not the sister.
Yep. So Jane may be closer to Henry's height. Let's see what happens here. 2 people entered the circle early. And that's going to be Chargers ball. That's forward to Marlo Stewart. Marlo working on the defense. Double teamed.
Almost split it there.
Yep. Libby Barron picks up the ground ball. Nice play. Over to Alex Emery. Emery goes up top to Updike. Over to Lucy Dyer. Over to Stewart. Over to Swinson. Chargers do a good job forcing the defense to move by whipping the ball around like this. But there we go. There's the cut. That's exactly what we're looking for. Great save. Great pass. Great cut. Great save. Chargers able to maintain possession. Maybe. Ball up. Nope. I think they're saying McMahon was offsides. So Charger ball.
Well, that was a really nice pass inside by Alex Emery. She found, I think that was Stewart. She found her really quickly.
Yeah, those cuts are going to be key.
Mm-hmm.
Stewart has it. Stewart driving the middle again. Gets by the first defender. Stewart shoots. That hits the post.
Last one did too.
They both hit the post.
Yep.
Chargers trying to get possession, and great job coming back by number 15, Addie Barlow, getting that possession. Latins on a break here. McMahon has it. Good defense there by Campbell Stewart. Inside to Barlow. I'm going to call a foul. I think they're calling they didn't call a penalty. They called this check there. So that's Barlow up top. Save.
Nice save.
Booster. I think that call was because of contact to the head, not penalty contact to the head. But
That was a really nice save by Brewster.
yeah. Lucy Dyer gets it forward to Thompson. Thompson is stopped, looks over to Emery. Ball's on the ground. Emery's able to pick up the ground ball. That's huge. Gets it up top to Lucy Dyer, over to Updike. Jade Updike over to Marler Stewart. Since the timeout, Chargers have played more even. Stewart comes in, looks inside to Simpson, missed the pass. Emery picks it up. Good recovery. Lee Barron has it down low. Over to Charlie Thompson. Thompson over to Jade Updike. Updike trying to drive the middle. She does. Trying to split the defense. She does, and she shoots and scores. Updike with the first goal for the Chargers. And that's with 50 seconds left in the first quarter. And I think that's basically unassisted, given that she had to go through 2 defenders there.
Charger goal!
So, that timeout, sometimes timeouts make a difference. That one seemed to.
For sure. Well, that was a really nice job by Jane Updike, splitting the defense. We've seen Providence State try to do that a few times, but it has not worked out, and they kept going back to it. Jane Updike that time executed and scored the first goal for Providence State.
Updike on the face-off again. Ball squirts forward. Marler Stewart picks it up. Good ground ball. So Chargers have also won effectively 2 straight face-offs, I believe, right?
Yep.
There was a yes from,
Even on face-offs.
and we're even on face-offs.
Even on face-offs. That's
Yeah.
good.
Thompson up top to Updike. Updike probing the defense. Chargers cutting through. Marlar Stewart has it. A little bit of a pick. Stewart trying to work on her defender. I think that's number 11. She goes back behind to Emery. Emery goes up top to
Nice pass.
Updike. Good pass, yep. Updike's trying to probe by 3 defenders. She spins, switches her hands, and good shot, good save. Good save by Collier, and that's the end of the first quarter. So Charlotte Latin got off to a solid start, being ahead by a score of 4-0, but the Chargers, after a timeout, scored a goal and narrowed the lead to 4-1 at the end of the first quarter. We have had at least 10 people watching the stream. By the way, we do monitor the chat, so if you're watching from out of town, let us know where you're watching from. I think last time we had some people watching from the mountains. Lucy Dyer's grandparents, maybe? Charlie, what'd you think of that first quarter?
Well, I think there's certainly a lot to work on. It's 4-1 in favor of Charlotte Latin. They're playing really excellent, especially on offense. But I think for the Chargers, if you want to look at positives, it's that they called a timeout and were able to execute on offense right after the timeout, and two, that there's a lot of time left. We're only 1 quarter down, 3 quarters to go. Down by 3 goals. Obviously not ideal, but it's not the worst spot to be in with regards to time.
Big David Sanders walking by. Every time he walks by, I wonder about the shirt he's wearing. He's got a Tennessee shirt on today.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think that's necessarily significant. It's just fun.
I think it'll be significant. Trust me.
The Chargers were featured in 2 articles in the Observer today. There was an article previewing the game after this, the soccer game between Latin and Providence Day, but there was also a nice article on the best girls basketball teams the last 40 years, and quite a number of them were Providence Day teams. And 2 of the Providence Day teams were ranked in the top 16 of all time. Tribute to our women's basketball powerhouse.
Coach Springer's definitely done a really great job with that program over the years, to say the least.
And Barbara Nelson, who built the program and won 5 or 6 state championships, went to Wingate for a year or 2 and then took over Myers Park and has won at least 2 state championships with Myers Park. So,
is she their head coach?
Yeah. She was probably the best coach I ever worked with, male or female. In my years of coaching at Providence Day, she's a pretty amazing coach.
Wow.
All right, looks like we're going to have Updike on the face-off again, although this time it looks like it's Reese Morgan against her. Hey, Chargers are taller on the face-off this time.
Good to see.
We'll see if it makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
It can if the ball pops straight up in the air again. If you're not familiar with girls lacrosse, one of the key differences here is the face-off. For girls lacrosse is standing, boys lacrosse is on the ground. Latin wins the face-off. That's over to Reese Morgan. Morgan quickly comes off for a substitution. Christiana Lambos. That was kind of a face-off, go-off thing there. Oops, Lambos misses it. Picks it up again on the ground ball. Dyer was guarding Lambos. Over to Ice. Charges rotate over to McMahon. Shoots. Great save by Brewster on the shot by Lydia McNichols.
Wow, and she missed it there.
And that'll be Hawks ball on the closer player. I think we might be. Can't tell if we're I don't think we're a man down, but Campbell Carter's looking to maybe she's just going to sub in on defense here. McMahon has it behind the goal, operating. Chargers picking up on both sides. That was nice. They rotated well there on that. That's knocked away by Jane Updike, and Updike is off to the races here. Arden Henry stays with her. Settles it down up top to Thompson. Yeah, Chargers just quickly substituting, rotating on defense. Rebecca James rotates out. I think the Chargers are going to try to keep rotating defense to keep people fresh.
Yeah, well, it's a pretty hot day today. See the sun out, so that'll be important for sure. Like you said, keep people fresh.
Updike has it up top. Chargers are cutting, going through, trying to go through space there. That's going to go out of bounds and be Latin ball.
Yeah, it's just kind of a bad pass by Jane Updike, a little bit over the head of, I think that was Charlie Thompson, maybe?
Lambos to Ellie Collier. Collier has it. Gets it up to Natalie Massardo, who dishes off to McMahon. Goes far side to Barlow, knocked down, but picked it right up again. And then that pass is going to go out of bounds and be Chargers ball. Both teams a little bit ragged in the first couple of minutes of this second quarter. Goes to Brewster. Brewster long pass out there to Key. I think she's going to say she stepped out of. I don't think that's a step out
Could
of
be
bounds.
offsides.
She's not to the offsides line yet. I think that was a stepped out of bounds.
Okay.
Or stepped on the line. Every sport's different, but I think the ball can go out of bounds, but you can't. Updike's trying to drive the middle. Updike's still driving the middle. Shut down. Maintaining possession. Goes up top to Lucy Dyer.
Offside's blue line or red?
The restraining line is blue. It's another turnover by the Chargers. Restraining line is blue.
Okay.
It's different. The boys use midfield. The girls use a restraining line. McMahon gets free. That's always going to be dangerous. Gets it forward to ice. Chargers try to rotate inside. Good recovery on defense there to shut down Addie Barlow. McMahon has it. Updike on her. Barlow has it on the side. Rotates up top. Goes to McMahon. They basically set a double pick there for McMahon, but Chargers switch off on defense. Cut inside. Marlo Stewart's able to pick it off and get it back to Bridget Brewster. Nice play by Stewart for the steal and getting it back to the goalie. I think that was looking for a Campbell Stewart, but that's out of bounds and Latin ball. Actually, that could have been Charlie Thompson. It was Charlie. Up top to Reese Morgan. Over to Allison Archibald. Archibald is pressured by Marlo Stewart. Still pressured. Legal check on Stewart. And quick restart. Stewart recovering back. Pass over to McMahon on the cut. Is that Campbell Stewart on her? I think it is.
Looks like it.
Pass up top is incomplete. Ball's up in the air. McMahon picks that up. Good ground ball there by McMahon.
The Chargers have been on defense for a while now. They got to get a stop here.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul.
Maybe not like that.
And this is going to be a free restart from the semicircle.
Mm-hmm.
There's some conversation about people using their stick to try to restrain their opponent there, but it's all straightened out. And quick restart, and Reese Morgan scores on the restart at 5:30 of the second quarter. So that puts the Hawks up 5-1. Although that still means, Charlie, that since the timeout, the teams are 1-1.
True. Well, on that goal, that was just kind of a recipe for disaster for the Chargers. On that free restart, there's not much you can do on defense except hope that your goalie can get a stop.
Yeah, Reese Morgan against Updike. Updike's been taking all of the face-offs since about halfway through the first quarter. Reese Morgan gets it. She turns, dishes off to Gabby Turner. No, sorry, that wasn't Gabby Turner. That's Arden Henry. Henry drives. Henry's surrounded. And she's going to, they're probably saying stick to the head there. They didn't say what it was, but she's going to.
They get another restart?
Yep. Looks like she's thinking about just shooting from there. She does. And Brewster.
Good save. And our public address man said it perfectly. That's a big save because it'll put the Chargers back on offense finally. Or maybe not for long. Wow.
Well, that was an interesting X McMahon on a good play there. I think that was Ice on the assist. That's 4:44 in the second. I think what happened there is Charlie Thompson got knocked down, and Chargers assumed that meant it was going to be Charger ball, but the foul was called on her. The ball was given to Latin, and then that Chargers didn't rotate fast enough. That's at least what the like happened to be.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
All right.
It's a big face-off.
Yeah, Reese Morgan against Jane Updike again. They're going to call that a bad face-off because it went sideways and not up in the air. I like the result, but unfortunately I don't think that's what can happen.
Latin got a hold of that.
Yep, that was Reese Morgan getting it, but there's a potential turnover there. They go back towards the goalie. Chargers trying to pressure. Curry, it was missed by Collier, but she was able to pick it up.
Good hustle.
Chargers were still pressing. That was Nina Shakan in for the first time. That was with the pressure there. Lydia McNichols has it. Or at least the first time I've seen Nina on the field. Ball rotates around. Up top to Reese Morgan. Morgan goes inside. I'm going to give another, they're going to call that illegal checking, I guess, on the Chargers. And that's going to be another shot here for Arden Henry. Last time she just shot like this, which is what she looks like she's going to do again. This time she shoots low and scores. So 3:15 of the second quarter. Arden Henry scores, puts the Hawks up 7-1.
We got to give credit to Charlotte Latin. Staying on offense, I think, for at least 5 or 6 minutes straight here. They've scored 3 goals in a row, and Providence Day has just not been able to get anything going offensively or defensively with any stops.
Have the Chargers won a face-off this quarter?
No.
I don't think so. No, they have not.
Looks like we have Lucy Dyer back on the face-off. And once again, the height of Reese Morgan and Arden Henry has really been a problem on the face-offs. That's forward over to Henry. She passes to McMahon. McMahon shoots, and that's a save by Brewster. Great save by Brewster. That's huge.
See if they can get something going now. Good defense here by Latin. Brewster can't find anybody.
Nice cut there by Charlie Thompson. And that's not Thompson, is it? No, that's
Stewart.
Campbell Stewart. Flips it over. Still got it.
What happened there? I couldn't tell.
I think it was defensive 3 seconds.
Okay.
She held up 3 fingers, so that's my guess.
So here we go. Good opportunity for the Chargers.
Stewart, chance to score. She drives, shoots, knocked down from behind, and that's a check there by the Chargers, giving the ball back to Latin, and El Collier's got it. Oops. Caroline Swinson took a tumble there, trying to cover McMahon. McMahon's got it. Chargers defense trying to rotate. Back, Updike steps in to take McMahon. Updike's played actually pretty well on her. That's wide open in front, though.
Wow.
And that was a dish to a wide open Addie
Number
Barlow.
15, yeah.
So that's an assist for McMahon. And that's Barlow's first goal with 1:39 of the second quarter. Gives the Hawks an 8-1 lead. Again, as we mentioned earlier, we are monitoring the chat, so if you're watching from out of town, let us know, and we can recognize who's watching from the furthest away.
So we've seen 2 different 4-goal streaks for Charlotte Latin.
Yep.
First to start off the game, and then the Chargers stopped that late in the first quarter. But it's been all Charlotte Latin here in the second.
Another face-off win. McMahon has it there.
I think that's a penalty on Updike.
Yeah, just checked it.
Play on, though.
Yep. McNichols has it. Goes behind to Ice. Ice trying to dish from behind the net. Over to McMahon. I'm sorry, that's McNichols. Nope, it was Barlow. Now it's McNichols behind. McNichols looking to dish. Goes out. That's McMahon. McMahon double teamed. Looks inside for Ice. Ice shoots and scores. That's McMahon's second assist and Ice's first goal at 1:02 of the second quarter.
Yeah, that was a tough pass inside, but Ice used her height, reached all the way up, and just slung it into the goal. I mean, Charlotte Latin's really making it look easy here. They're a very good team, 4-0 on the year, and we're really getting a chance to see what they can do.
And how many seniors did we say they were starting? 7 seniors?
7. That is definitely a big part of it. You know, that experience, the leadership for Charlotte Latin. I'm sure they're not going to go away for the rest of the season.
I actually think that might be a disparity we'll see in the soccer game as well, but we'll wait till we see the lineups. Looks like we got Lucy Dyer in here this time. Can't tell if that's Morgan she's up against or who because of the side to me. What are we waiting for? Okay, here we go. That was Henry. Henry's height was able to get it again. Another face-off win. Henry driving the goal. Goes inside. And Ice is going to be in the crease. No goal. Lucky break there for the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
No goal.
Nice pass.
Swinson cuts
Ooh.
inside. Swinson's lost her defenders.
Wow.
Chargers have numbers here. She was looking to dish it inside, goes behind Anina. Over to Stewart. Stewart cuts to 2 defenders. Shoots. It's blocked. Good save. Ground ball. Fighting for it. Swinson's fighting for it. Along with Natalie Massardo. And they're going to call that
Latin ball.
Latin ball. And that's the half. So at the end of the first half, the Hawks are ahead by a 9-1 lead. It sounds a lot like last year's state final, which the final score was 18-3. What do we have for face-offs and shots in that first half?
We have 10 for them.
So face-offs, Charlotte Latin is beating Providence Day 10-3. That's definitely a major part of it. And then goal-wise, I'll run through who has scored. Evie McMahon, the Virginia commit, has scored 4 times here in the first half. And then number 11, Allison Archibald, has scored. Arden Henry scored as well, twice. Jane Updike scored for Providence Day. And then number 10, Reese Morgan, as well as number 24, Caroline Ice, and number 15, Addie Barlow.
So while you were talking, they could maybe hear in the background, there was just an announcement, but the Chargers boys lacrosse defeated Charlotte Latin, which is Coach Bobby Thompson's 300th career win as lacrosse coach.
That's a very impressive achievement. Congratulations to Coach Thompson. His daughter's playing in this game, Charlie Thompson. We've called her name a few times.
Yeah, he got to watch last time when the boys didn't have a game, but more often than not, the two games conflict. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome back from the half. We were checking the stats, and we think that the stats were 17 shots for Latin and 6 for the Chargers in that first half. Quick note in the scoreboard, we don't have a good overlay to put up for third and fourth quarter, so we might just leave it saying half, and we'll make sure you know what the quarter is.
Oh, it is 16 shots.
Their scoreboard says 16, so.
Maybe I did put it on. So go with 16.
All right. Looks like we got Stewart against Henry for the face-off to start the third quarter. Score is 9-1 here. Ball slipped up in the air. Marla Stewart had her stick on it. Libby Barron tries to get on it. Now Lucy Dyer gets it. That's the first Chargers face-off win in a while.
That's going to be important here in the second half. Chargers have to get a lot of things going for them.
Dyer was checked. That's going to be hitting her head. She gets a free shot. So it was good defense, but contact to the head, so she gets a free shot. Let's see if Lucy can convert here. She shoots and
Nice
scores.
shot.
Picked the top corner. So that's a good start to the second half for the Chargers. 11:27 of the third quarter. And Lucy Dyer scores unassisted. Both the Chargers' goals are unassisted at this point. So that puts the score at 9-2. Good start for the Chargers. Let's see if we can win some more faceoffs.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the key in the first half, or in the second half, because in the first half, Charlotte Latin out face-offed Providence Day 10-3. Gave them many more offensive opportunities than the Chargers.
All right, this is Henry against Stewart. Chargers keep rotating who's doing the face-offs. That falls to Dyer again. Another Chargers win. Dyer is trying to attack the defense again. She dishes, tries to go inside. That's going to be a penalty. Let's see if they give her another free shot here.
I think they will.
That's what our producer was wishing for, was aggressively attacking. Chargers done that twice now here. Dyer brings it in, she shoots, and she scores again. 2 quick goals for Lucy Dyer to start the third quarter. Those were about 30 seconds apart, 11:27 and 10:55. And good start to the quarter for the Chargers. Cut the score from to 9-3.
Well, I think it's, needless to say, you can't ask for a better start to the second half after a first half that they only scored 1 goal in. And it's been led by Lucy Dyer. Both of these goals here scored by her.
And Stewart winning the faceoff to Dyer.
True.
Ball pops up again. Updike is on it. That's going to be
Like
a
a
check,
penalty.
I believe. Charger ball on the restart. And that's another faceoff win.
So they've already matched their amount of face-off wins that they had in the entire first half. 3 already here in the first 1.5 minutes. And that's the same amount as they had in the first 2 quarters combined.
Chargers go around behind. Thompson has it. Thompson is checked. Gets it over to Libby Barron. Dyer was cutting in front. Barron cuts in front. Barrett comes back. Dishes it over to Thompson, up top to Updike. Updike uses a pick. Updike charges the middle, spins left-handed, and scores.
Wow.
That's her second goal of the game. That's at 10:04. I think we can give Livy Barron an assist on that if we want. And then Chargers, with 3 straight goals to start the second half, have made a game out of this.
On a backhand shot to the back of the onion sack. Her second goal of the game. Number 12, Jay Updike. Final goal, 10:04 remaining, third
All right, now we've got Reese Morgan in the face-off against Marlo Stewart. See if Stewart can continue her success here in this half. Flipped up. Updike trying to get it.
Another
She
win.
does. Another win. Updike over to Stewart. Up top to Dyer. Dyer over to Swinson. Goes behind to Thompson. Thompson's being really aggressively defended by Kate Livingston. Livingston has a size advantage there and was trying to exploit that. That's up top to Stewart, over to Swinson. Swinson switches 6. Swinson drives the middle. It's knocked away.
Lost it, yeah.
I think that was knocked away and picked up by Reese Morgan. Whistle was just a continuation whistle, so no stoppage in play here. Barlow to McMahon, behind to Ice. No, sorry, that's not Ice, that's McNichols. Nichols tries to go up top. That was a errant pass, but picked up by Allison Archibald. I think there's going to be a foul.
That was on Campbell Stewart.
Yeah, I think that was for contact to the head.
Mm-hmm. Yellow card.
2-minute penalty.
So if Charlotte Latin wants to extend their lead, this is the perfect time to do it. Trying to stop the momentum, and they have a man advantage.
A hand over to Henry, over to Morgan, behind to Ice, over to McNichols. Try to cut inside. Lucy Dyer picks it off. Great play by Lucy Dyer. She still got it. Continuation, 2 continuation whistles as she was fouled. Now Jane Updike has it. Updike's trying to drive the goal. Updike spins. Chargers still have it.
Well, Lucy Dyer's had an incredible start to this second half. 2 goals scored and that nice defensive stop.
Latin has an extra defender here. They can double team at this point with the penalty. I believe that Updike was offsides and they didn't notice because of the extra player. But anyway, because she sneaked back over and sort of tried to look innocent. All right. Latin picks it up on the errant pass. Collier has it. Collier goes forward to McMahon. Swinson's on her. She cuts between McMahon and Updike. Continuation. Goes forward to Barlow. Barlow goes inside to Henry. Errant pass. Chargers ball. Wasn't a shot. It was a pass. So I think is that Bailey Key that's got it over there? I think so. Wide open in front, Charlie Thompson, but missed the pass.
Good hustle by Thompson. Wow. I think that's going to be a penalty on Latin.
Violation. At least it's a violation in Chargers ball. Waller Stewart getting ready to restart.
Campbell Stewart's back in.
Swinson has it, tried to drive. I think at that last play, Updike was not offside. She just thought she was. That's Barron to Updike. She shoots high. Chargers retain possession. Good play by Charlie Thompson. Good hustle.
Well, that was a good shot by Updike, just a little bit too high.
Swinson over to Barron. Dyer. Updike trying to probe. Blocked by Latin. Up top to Stewart. Stewart's trying to maneuver by. She does. She shoots and she scores.
Nice shot by Marlo Stewart.
So Stewart scores at 5:53 of the third quarter. And that continuously winning the faceoffs has meant 4 straight goals for the Chargers. There's your 4-goal run, Charlie.
Well, we needed that. You know, just over 4 minutes gone in the third quarter. 4 straight goals for the Chargers. They are right back in this game. And, yeah, it continues the 4-goal streak interrupted by that one Jane Update goal in the first half. 4 goals in a row were scored by Charlotte Latin, then a goal scored by Providence Day. 4 more by Latin.
I think it was 5 that time. 5 by Latin.
It was 5. Now 4.
See if Chargers can match that here.
Well, it starts right here on the face-off. They've been winning them all quarter long.
Stewart against Morgan. Updike steps in and gets it. Updike's been huge on those face-off wins.
She has.
Stepping because she's with McMahon on that. Updike trying to drive the middle. Driven off, dishes up top to Stewart. Over to Dyer. Over to Swinson. Chargers cut through. That was Stewart cutting through. Libby Barron cuts in the middle. Barron gets open. Barron tries to shoot. Shot is wide. Picked up by Stewart up top to Swinson. Sorry, Campbell Stewart, I should say. First names in that case. Marlo Stewart has it up top. Dishes back to Libby Barron. Barron to Alex Emery. Emery's looking for a cutter. Emery's fouled.
Well, I think you're seeing a new sense of intensity by the Chargers here in this third quarter, which we didn't see in the first half.
Emery goes up top to Stewart. Stewart 1v1. He goes over to Swinson. Swinson
Good
goes
pass.
inside to Dyer. Hustling for the ball there. Whoop.
Ooh. I think she wanted it a little bit too much there.
Knocks over Allison Archibald from behind. No foul called. It doesn't, no penalty called? Or
Actually,
there,
they
there
a
is
yellow
a penalty.
card out.
Yeah. I was looking at the wrong ref.
I think that's a 2-minute penalty, correct?
Yeah. Check from behind by Dyer. 2-minute penalty. Let's see what the Chargers can do here. They killed off the last penalty really well. Although it was Lucy Dyer that helped kill off the last one. So that could be an issue. Collier has it. Goes long to...
Really nice pass.
That was to Massardo. To Henry, to Barlow. Barlow goes to the middle. That was Reese Morgan, being checked there. Quick pass inside. That was 11-14, so that was Archibald to McNichols. McNichols scores at 4:04 of the third with Archibald with the assist. Problem for the Chargers is that, unlike ice hockey, there's still 1:36 left on the penalty. Coach Thompson just showed up to watch Charlie play. Congratulations to him on his 300th career win.
At 4:04.
Remember hiring Coach Thompson to teach 6th grade social studies, help run that team, and to take over the lacrosse program from Mark Fader.
I had him as a teacher in 6th grade.
Nice.
One of my favorites.
Did you have to do the alphabet book for Egypt or whatever that assignment was?
I don't remember. Probably.
How about the song that you had to perform about some aspect of ancient history?
I did have to do that. I remember it.
Okay.
That was definitely something. I'm not a big singer, so that was a challenge, but we got it done.
You certainly are not scared of performing, however. So.
I'm not scared of performing, but when it comes to singing and using my full voice, then, yeah, a little bit.
Those of you who are hoping to hear Zach Kahn with his puns on this broadcast will be happy to know that he is acting in the spring musical and will be on stage next week in their performances. I believe it's next week. So I don't know. I'm not good enough at puns to try to make up for Zach.
Nor am I. I think I'll leave that to him. That's his specialty.
All right, this is another potential key timeout here for the Chargers. 4:04 left in the third. Chargers had scored 4 straight goals, but Latin came back and scored one. It's 10-5 now. Chargers only scored 3 in last year's state finals, so they're already ahead of the game there.
Well, my 4-goal, 5-goal streak counter that I'm holding stays true.
Well, we don't want it to stay true at this point.
No, we don't. But
there's a little direct face-off coaching there of Reese Morgan by the head varsity coach for the Knights. We'll see if there's anything different here. She was wanting her to rip the ball back on the face-offs.
Well, I think on the face-offs here in the third quarter, we're seeing a lot more horizontal movement on the ball, whereas in the first half it was going straight up where Morgan could just use her height.
Morgan and Henry both.
And Henry.
So she was trying to show her kind of this ripping motion on the sideline. Well, let's see what happens here. Okay, 4:04 left in the third quarter. We know that it says second on your screen. We don't have a Lacrosse template for that at the moment. That one, the ball's popped up, but once again, Chargers get it. Updike has been great getting the first ball off of the faceoff. She goes down to Barron. Barron goes back to Emery. Oop, Emery missed it. Sun's got to be right in her eyes right there, given where the shadows are, but she picks up the ground ball. Great play by Alex Emery. Goes up top to Stewart. Again, Latin has an extra person here, but Chargers are doing a good job moving the ball quickly. Emery has it, goes up top to Stewart. Stewart is double-teamed by the extra defender, beats the double team, cuts to the middle, shoots, hits the post. That's 3 posts for her.
Wow.
Updike picks up the rebound. Marlowe's hit the post 3 times. That could have definitely made a difference here.
Well, that's impressive. 3 times in a game. I mean, she's definitely frustrated.
Barron to Swinson. 39 seconds left in the penalty. Chargers doing a great job holding the ball here. Swinson goes up top to Libby Barron. Barron is just 1v1 at this point. She goes over to Emery. Emery gets by her defender. Cuts to the middle. Shoots and scores.
Nice shot by Emery.
That's Alex Emery assisted by Libby Barron. It's Barron's second assist. And that was a man-down goal for the Chargers. 2:48 in the third. And that puts the score at 10-6 and breaks Charlie's 4-goal streak.
It sure does. But hey, I'm totally fine with that if that means Providence Day cuts into the lead.
So we're back to where the lead was at the end of the first quarter, I believe.
We are, in an 8-goal halftime lead has decreased to 4 here in the third quarter. Still with 3 minutes to go.
We got Stewart against Morgan here.
That's what happened last week. It's almost like pollen comes in or something. Yeah.
Popped up. Was high again, but this time, again, Marla Stewart gets it. Another face-off win for the Chargers. Stewart is trying to drive the goal. Is checked. Ball's on the ground. And they're going to say that Chargers were interfering there. Collier has it in the goal crease. Collier goes out. Almost picked off by the Chargers by Updike. By Thompson. And Henry's trying to clear it out. Henry is blocked by the Chargers. She goes back over the other way to Massardo. Massardo goes down the field. Okay, Latin is able to finally clear it here. Get the ball up top to Ice. Ice over to Archibald. Archibald back to Reese Morgan. Morgan is working on the Charger defender. She spins, she shoots, and she scores. Nice shot by Morgan at 1:54 of the third. And this is turning into a barn burner here. 11-6 Hawks.
That's her second goal of the game. She's been big, especially on the faceoffs.
All right, Morgan with that goal. Now, this time Henry's going to come back and take the faceoff. We're up to 22 people watching now. Hopefully some of you are watching from out of state or out of county, enjoying the chance to see the game. Ball's popped up in the air. This time Henry's able to come down to it. Dyer had tried to get it. Ice has it down low. Ice is checked by Bridget. No, sorry, that is, who is that on? Or is that Chicoletti? Maybe. McMahon has it on Dyer. Tries to dish over to Henry. That's going to be offsides on Latin. Their number 18 came across trying to get it, so that should be Charger ball on the offsides.
And I think this last minute and 15 seconds is going to be crucial for the Chargers. If they can cut the lead back down to 4, then they'll be in a much better position in the fourth quarter.
It's James with it. Rebecca James, second time this game. She's gone end-to-end. Dishes off to Libby Barron. Goes back behind the restraining line. Chargers had the ball. 1 minute left. Swinson cut through the middle. I think the Chargers doing a much better job cutting this game than the last time we saw them. Emery maintains possession despite the check. She goes inside to Swinson. Swinson shoots and scores. Caroline Swinson with 42 seconds left. What did I say? Assist on that, Emery, right?
Yes.
Emery's got a goal and an assist here. That makes the score 11-7 with 42 seconds left.
Well, I think, like I said, that's exactly what you want. As long as you can play defense here and make sure you don't allow a goal to Charlotte Latin.
Oh, come on, Charlie. We're going to win another. The Chargers are going to win another faceoff.
Exactly. Great mentality. Well, these faceoffs in the third quarter have been fantastic.
All right, that's Stewart against Henry here. We'll have to get a face-off total at the end of the quarter here from our production and statistician guru, Melissa Dixon.
It was 10-3 in favor of Latin.
Popped up. Henry's able to get it again. That's what she was doing the whole first half. She gets by Updike. That's dangerous. Trying to drive. She dishes inside to McMahon, and McMahon scores. Yep. So Henry wins the face-off and dishes to McMahon for the goal. So that's McMahon's fifth goal. 31 seconds left in the third. And that's Henry's first assist.
She's been playing really well all game long. You said it, her fifth goal. First goal of the second half. But nonetheless, very impressive.
Defending Conference Player of the Year. That looks like that might be Morgan. Nope, it was Henry again in the faceoff. That one goes high. Picked up by Dyer. Nice play by Dyer. She got really up really high to get that.
Let's see if they can get something going here. Just over 20 seconds to go.
Over to Barron. Barron's looking for a cutter. Barron's still looking for a cutter. Gets it out to Stewart. Stewart's aware of the time. Tries to cut through the middle. She does. She shoots and she scores.
Wow.
Stewart from Barron with 3 seconds left.
Well, it has turned into a back-and-forth game.
That's Livy Barron's third assist, right?
I believe so.
And how many goals is that for Stewart?
That is Marlo Stewart's second goal, both of them coming in the third quarter.
Okay, now we get Stewart against Henry. One last face-off. 3 seconds left, so there probably will not be a shot. But Chargers, after being down 9-1, have closed it to 8-3 in this. Sorry, 12-8. They were down 9-1. Look at that. Updike wins it again, but that's all right. No shot. Great quarter for the Chargers. Chargers outscoring the Hawks. What they had out
7-3.
7-3 in that quarter. That's an unbelievable quarter for the Chargers. And that sets up, again, kind of a barn burner fourth quarter here with a 12-8 score. If you're coming on the stream to try to watch the soccer game, everything's delayed. The JV game took a little longer, so my guess is the soccer game will probably start at 7:25 or so. They're probably trying to get the soccer players are trying to do some of their warm-ups on the sidelines here. So
Chargers had 9-2. That was 2 this last quarter.
Well, in case you didn't hear it, the Chargers out face-offed the Hawks 9-2 in the third quarter after being out face-offed 10-3 in the first half. So very impressive switch for the Chargers. They also scored 6 more goals than they did in the entire first half, 7 goals in the third quarter alone.
So for Latin, Evie McMahon has 5 goals. Chargers scoring is pretty balanced, actually. Dyer 2, Stewart 2, Updike, or does Stewart now have 3 with that last goal?
Stewart has 2.
Okay. Updike has got a couple. Emery has 1. Chargers, I think I'm missing a goal there. Swinson has the other. So really balanced scoring by the Chargers. Big quarter here for the Chargers as they try to really try to show how strong they are in the conference, playing against the defending state champions here and playing them tough. All right, Henry's coming back out for the face-off. So in the first half, Chargers dominated the face-offs by getting the ball up in the air and Henry using her height and strength to have the advantage on that. Chargers have Updike on this end with the direction reversed here. So they have Updike on the attack, and most of the face-offs went in her direction in the third quarter.
Bad sun for our goalie on this, looking this way.
Popped up in the air. Stewart goes for it. Henry got it. There was a good chance there for the Chargers, but Henry got it. Goes forward to Morgan. Morgan settles down up top to Archibald. Archibald over to McMahon. McMahon's got it. Dishes over far side to Morgan, and that's going to be, what's the call there? Calling a violation on the Chargers, and it looks like it's going to be a free restart from this circle there. Chance to shoot or drive.
Can't tell where the ball went exactly.
No, but I think they're saying in the crease on Latin. Oh, no, they're saying redoing it for some reason. Called another foul, basically, I think. That goes wide. And they're calling another foul on the Chargers and letting her do it again. Giving Reese Morgan every possible chance to score here, or Bridget Brewster a chance to pad her save stats, one or the other. That time she dishes, and Brewster gets the save.
Really good
Great
save.
play Dyer on the breakout here. Chargers have speed. Dyer trying to break down her defender. She's being surrounded from behind. They're calling a foul. Still Dyer's ball. Dyer goes inside to Barron, who's unguarded. Barron is
lost it.
Checked and picked up. Chargers had a chance there, but it was a really good defensive recovery by the Hawks. That's McMahon bringing it up. McMahon is checked. Checked again. She dishes over to Kate Livingston.
Nice steal.
Picked off by Marla Stewart. Stewart goes forward to Alex Emery. Emery picks it up off the bounce. She goes in front to Swinson. Swinson was not able to control it, and it was taken away. Great defense by Caroline Ice.
I think
Fowler
these
has it behind the goal. Chargers continuing to pressure here. Lattin's getting the recoveries, but Chargers are making it hard for them to clear the ball. That's cleared forward to Lydia McNichols. McNichols is checked. She got it over to Archibald.
Good
Archibald
pass.
goes forward, and that's a nice dish. And that was a great defensive play by Dyer and a save by Brewster. Brewster now goes up to Swinson. Swinson, is that are we going to call a foul on that? Sorry, I shouldn't be asking for fouls, but that looked, I think that was no foul because both players were going for the ball. Swinson comes across to the middle, looking to dish it. Dish is blocked by McMahon, picked up by Stewart. Stewart is pressured. Stewart goes back to Rebecca James. Rebecca James bringing it up. Now Rebecca's gone on runs before. Brings it up. Dishes back to Dyer and returns back behind the restraining line, giving Marlo Stewart a chance to come forward. Over to Swinson. Behind Emery. Over to Barron. Barron comes in the middle. Barron is checked. And that's going to be a cross check. And it should be a free shot for Barron from the semicircle here.
So I think these first 4 or 5 minutes are going to be really important for both teams. For Providence Day, we're going to see if they can make a comeback. And then for Charlotte Latin, the opposite. See if they can hold the Chargers.
Lee Barron's done a great job attacking recently. That's going to be another. It's the same that happened at the other end with Reese Morgan illegally checking Barron, so she gets another shot. She's got to get the shot off quick because Latin is closing fast on her. They've got height and speed. This time she shoots sooner. It goes wide. Chargers maintain possession. Emery was there. Emery picks it up. Quick restart. Gets it over to Marlo Stewart. Stewart probing the top. Stewart fakes. Stewart tries to dish to Swinson. Goalie's going for it. It's Latin ball. Not because the goalie was there, but because it was an errant pass. Collier has it. Collier pressured. Collier gets it over to Livingston. Taken away by the Chargers.
Good defense by Updike.
Updike has it. Gets it up top to Stewart. There's a little bit of question on the part of the Hawks as to who's on who. They were doing a lot of pointing. Up. Good recovery by Campbell Stewart. Over to Updike. Updike uses the pick from Stewart. Updike drives. Nice play. She shoots and she scores. So Updike scores at 6:19 of the fourth quarter. And that's going to make it a 3-goal game. This is the closest the game has been since
it was 4-1.
Yeah, so I think since it was, I'm trying to look at when these goals were scored in the first quarter. Since about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, this is the closest it's been.
Or first quarter.
3 minutes left in the first quarter, yeah.
Just slowly and steadily, Providence Day's cutting the lead.
All right, so Stewart, I think this is against Henry. Nobody's showing me their numbers, but height-wise, I think this is Henry.
I will say, I think it's going to be crucial that Providence Day scores their next goal
That
quickly.
was Henry. Ball's on the ground. Dyer's battling, and then picked up by Reese Morgan. So Latin wins that faceoff. That's huge. Almost picked off there by Stewart.
Careful here.
Yeah, McMahon's got numbers, shoots
Wow.
and scores. So that was McMahon from number 11, Archibald, her second assist. McMahon's 6th goal. Just under 6 minutes left.
I mean, she's showing why she was last year's Player of the Year. 6 goals today, and that's a clutch goal right there.
Yeah, Chargers had cut it to 3 before that.
She has Charlotte Latin's last 2.
Okay, Stewart against Henry. Chargers have to get back to their face-off winning ways here if they're going to close this game or make this game closer. Ball's popped up. They're going to say that's a foul. Updike was there. She was fouled.
Yeah,
She
Chargers
gets the
ball here. It's a very important possession. Play on.
It was a foul on the Hawks, but she maintained possession, so continuation. Dyer has it up top. Over to Emery. Over to Marlar Stewart. Campbell Stewart down low. Over to Libby Barron. Barron dishes over. Is that Thompson? I think so. Up top to Swinson. I'm going to call a foul. I don't know if that's defensive 3 seconds. Yeah, that's defensive 3 seconds. Swinson will get the free start.
Ooh, that was way high.
Emery was able to get it, though.
Wow.
Quick restart. That was awesome because now Dyer has it up top. Dyer is fouled, and she'll get a shot here.
So Lucy Dyer has already made 2 of these free restart shots here in the second half. That's what started their run. The first 2 goals after being down 9-1 were both Lucy Dyer on similar situations to this.
Dyer drives, shoots, goes through. It was a good save. Ball's
Really
in the
nice
ground.
save.
Updike was knocked down from behind, but Chargers get possession. Stewart picks it up, picks up the ground ball, trying to drive to the middle. She does. Dishes over to Marlar Stewart. I guess I got to remember to say Campbell Stewart there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Marlar Stewart drives and scores.
Wow.
So Stewart scores with 4:18 left in the fourth quarter.
Charger goal!
And that makes it a 3-goal game again. Chargers can win some faceoffs here. This could get really interesting.
It really can, but you said it. It's going to start on the faceoffs, and that's how it's been for the entire game. In the first half, Providence Day was not winning their faceoffs, and thus they went down big. And in the second half, they started winning their faceoffs and made a comeback.
Something fun to watch here. The soccer team has stopped warming up, and now they're sitting on the sidelines cheering for the lacrosse team.
Packed stands here at the MAC.
That ball went all the way to McMahon, so that was a
Favorable bounce.
favorable bounce, sideways face-off in their favor. I mean, Latin can just hold the ball here. Chargers need to be aggressive.
No shot clock or
McMahon.
anything like that.
McMahon was probing. She goes up top. That's Henry.
There is a shot clock in college.
Yeah, there is but we don't have the shot clock, I don't think.
No.
That was over to Barlow. Back up top to Henry. Henry goes inside to McMahon. She shoots to Morgan. Morgan scores. Morgan from Henry. So that's Morgan's 3rd goal of the game at 3:32 of the fourth quarter.
That could be the dagger.
And
as
that's
they say.
McMahon has 6 goals and 3 assists.
Wow.
It was a pretty clear player of the game.
Oh, for sure.
For for Latin anyway, if not overall. 14-10. Chargers still can come back here. They just got to win the faceoffs.
Yeah, I think one of the most notable changes in the second half has been the pacing for Providence Day. They've been really quick on offense. And I think in situations like these where they need to score at least 4 goals here in the next 3.5 minutes, winning the faceoffs and then keeping that pace up will be really important.
Henry
Wow.
gets another high faceoff, checked by Updike. Are they going to call a penalty on Updike for that cross-check? That's not good for the Chargers. That means for more than half of the remaining part of the game, Chargers will be a man down.
Credit to Arden Henry. She has been amazing on the faceoffs, especially in the first half, but now here in the fourth quarter, she's done a really great job.
Stewart and Barron trying to stop Henry. So's Emery. Chargers trying to count the restraining line, make sure they have the right people on defense. They're man down. McMahon has it. That's Ice behind. Ice has played well from behind, too.
She sure has.
It's over to McNichols. McMahon spins. Nice spin. Gets it over. They're going to call. What are they going to call here? It's going to be another free shot from up top from Henry. She shot every one of these, winding up like she does. Shoots, and that's saved by Brewster, and Latin players closest to it, so Latin's possession. That's over to Eddie Barlow. McMahon then the goal, spinning, going to tuck it in, and she does. McMahon's 7th goal of the game. What is that? 2:21 left in the fourth. Has she scored in every quarter, too? I believe so.
I think so. She definitely scored in the first and second quarter. She scored at least once in the third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter she has scored twice.
Yeah, that penalty call on Updike and that face-off was tough at the end there. They scored twice on this penalty now, or is that the first one? See if the Chargers can win a face-off here. Nope, that fell right to Allison Archibald. She's checked. Gets it over to Henry. Henry misses it. The ball's on the ground. It's going to be a stick check there. Henry gets it. Henry with the start. Latin steps over, steps back. That was an interesting step over and step back. Are they going to? Yeah, I think they may be offsides. Or is it the Chargers that have one too many people on defense?
Maybe the Chargers?
Yeah, Chargers had too many people on defense. That's what she was counting. Although the Latin kind of recovered in a funny way, too. It's a pass inside to McMahon. She's checked. Gets a free shot, hit on the head from behind. Making Swinson get behind for the restart. McMahon dishes it. And that's a score by Reese Morgan. Her 4th, McMahon's 4th assist. And until that penalty, Chargers had closed it to what, 3?
They had. It was 13-10.
And with that face-off win and the subsequent penalty, this game is going to look a lot less close than it was.
It is. Well, Charlotte Latin dominated the first half, and then they kind of let off the gas in the third quarter and even to start the fourth quarter, but they've been right back on it here in the second half of quarter number 4.
Henry with another height play. Stewart almost knocks away the next pass. Updike is back on, even strength. Stewart is checking there. Chargers counting the number of people on defense. Up, yep. Nah, they can't decide who was going to go. Updike goes. All right, Chargers are now settled into their defense. Hawks may just try to hold the ball here. There's 1 minute left. McMahon is pressured. It's going to be a foul on Bailey Key, but that was just trying to pressure them to get rid of the possession back, which obviously didn't work. 46 seconds left. McMahon looks like she's just going to maybe hold it here, or at least hold it until near the end. She had a cutter in front, doesn't pass it. Rebecca James is on her, coming over to double team her. James is still on her. James still pressing her. Double team here. Updike comes over to try to get her. There's transition. Stewart comes over to get her. McMahon is still. This is like what you call in hockey shinny.
I don't think she's planning on taking a shot here.
Another foul on Updike. All McMahon's done here is draw 2 fouls and maintain possession.
Not too shabby.
6 seconds left. All right, and that's the game. That's a huge victory for the Hawks by a score of 16-10. Hawks are led by defending player of the year Evie McMahon with 7 goals and 4 assists, but that's also a huge victory for the Chargers mentally. After losing 18-3 in last year's state finals, to lose 16-10 in a game that was really 13-10 into the last 2 minutes was a great game for the Chargers. Charlie, what are your thoughts?
Well, I really liked how the Chargers played in the second half. I think it's really easy to say, but they changed a lot of things. You know, the face-offs, they really improved. On offense, the pacing was great, and on defense, intensity was really, really nice. You know, they got it close, but they couldn't get over the hump of that 4-goal, 3-goal lead. But overall, really, really nice game by Charlotte. Give McMahon a lot of credit for scoring, I believe, 7 goals, maybe even 8. Whatever it was really impressive.
I think it was, what did we say, 7 goals and 4 assists?
7 goals, 4 assists, not too bad at all.
Involved in a lot of the goals scored there. All right, so we're going to close this stream, and then we have to reset and open the soccer one. We know we have people waiting on the soccer one, so we'll close the stream and reopen the soccer one. Have a great evening. Time for a big soccer.